Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Welcome back to my new video. Well, in today's video, I want to talk about some parts which is related to morphology. So, here we go. Morphology. What's that morphology? Morphology is the study of words and morphemes. What is that morphemes? Morphemes are the smallest units in a language that have meaning. So, to make you more understand about what is that morphemes, what morphemes look like, what morphemes exactly, I'm gonna give you some examples of morphemes. Here's we have unbreakable. So, in unbreakable words, there are three morphemes. First, un, break, and able. So, each word here, its morphemes here has meaning, which, as we know, that un means not, break has meaning. It has its own meaning, and able has its own meaning. And technique Technique has one morpheme. We cannot divide it to technique. Technique is one morpheme, and technique has one meaning. So then, morphemes is divided into two parts. There is free morphemes and bone morphemes. Why is that free morphemes and bone morphemes? Well, free morphemes which can stand alone as words, and bone morphemes which cannot stand alone, like must be combined with another morpheme to form a complete word. Bone morphemes typically appear as affixes. So here I'm gonna give you an example of free morpheme and bone morphemes. From word of happily, there is free morpheme and bone morpheme. Here the free morpheme is happy. Happy is the basic word, and the bone morpheme is happily plus ly. So happy without ly, it's free morpheme, but a word of happily cannot stand alone. There are two morphemes there, happy and ly. So happily is one of the bone morpheme, and happy is the free morpheme. Next, about roots and affixes. As we know that morphemes are comprised of two separate classes called as roots and affixes. A root is a word part that comes from another language such as Greek or Latin. And affix is a word that is a word part that can be attached to either a root or a base word to create a new word. Here I'm gonna give you some examples so you're gonna know exactly what is roots and affixes. Roots, here there's the examples of the word intangible. Here's int as the prefix, root as the tang as the root, and able as the suffix. Okay. Before I explain you about the example, I'm gonna tell you about the prefix and suffix. What's that prefix and suffix? Affixes has two parts. There is prefix and suffixes. Prefix that words that in front of the basic word of or the root words, and suffixes is at the end of the root of or the at the end of the basic word. So here, intangible, in as the prefix, tang as the root, able as the suffix. So in English, the word is tangible. What is this? What is that? Tang. Tang in is a Latin word which means touch. In is a prefix meaning not, and able is suffix meaning able to. So in tangible words, there is the prefix in, the suffix able, and the root tang. Root is the basic words, the main words. Here I'm gonna give you example about prefix and suffixes. Prefix, there is a example of be, anti, inter, pre, super, trans, this. So it each of these prefix has meaning, which be means to, anti means against, inter means between, pre means before, super means above, trans means across, and this means not. And some of the example of suffixes is al, v, ic, iron, ism, eyes, aus. Al, el is like means adjective suffix. So everything roots are the basic words which add by al, it means that become adjective, and vi is a verb, ic is adjective, iron is noun, ism is noun, eyes as verb, us as adjective. Then we're gonna move into the next part. It is lexeme. Lexeme. What's it, lexeme? Lexeme is an abstract vocabulary corresponding to a set of words. For example, see, sing, so, sin. These 5 words come from different word forms, but they belong to the same lexeme, which is see. Even there is see, sing, see plus ing, so as the second verb, and sin as the third verb of see, but they come from the same lexeme, that is see. It's like the basic words. Another example, actor and actors. Here we can see that actor and actors come from different word forms, which actor is singular and actors is plural, but they come from the same lexeme, actor. Next, verb, acting, act, acts, and acted. All of them are different word forms, but they come from the same lexeme, which is act. So here, lexeme, act, and actor are not same. They're different, which act for verb, and lexeme, actor for noun. So Another example is example of adjective. Here we have good, better, and best. They come from the same lexeme, which is good. Then verb crown, crowns, crowning, and crowned. They come from the same lexeme, which is crowned. Be is and isn't. They come from the same lexeme, which is. So guys, that's all. I think that's all about my explanation about some parts which is related to morphology. So I'm gonna be happy if you have any question about my explanation today, or you have any comment, or you have any suggestion about my explanation today. So if you have, you can comment down in my video. So I'm gonna respond as soon as possible. So yeah, I'm waiting for your question or your comment of my video. So thank you for watching, and see you on my next video. So wassalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.